she's been working on my mare for as long as I've known her, for 6 years. And Dale is like still allows Gretchen to work on my horse, and it's because when she does the massage and the work on the horse, it totally relaxes her, and that's kind of a tough thing for a horse that has to go around and hold himself up all the time. But the other thing is that she's 13 years old and she's totally sound after 13 years of being a show horse, because she's been a show horse since she was a yearling. So I attribute a lot of her health, and several years she was ill, that Gretchen has taken care of her. Gretchen has an incredible network of alternative therapists. You have met Misty. Yes, thank you. There's so many M's this week. But Misty was offering us human treatment today. She's also a horse person, so she understands the needs of the riders as well. And then tonight we also have Robin. And one of Robin's specialties is craniosacral therapy, which Gretchen can do on horses. So Robin is going to talk about craniosacral therapy on people. And how it applies to being a more effective.
That was a great introduction, because we do know that how responsive horses are just in general to subtle energies, because they're prey animals. They have to be constantly checking out their environment. So if anything's off in their environment, then they're going to pick up on that. And so if you're off in your internal environment, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, they're going to pick up on that. I'm sure you guys have probably had the experience when you're either really, something's off, and you can tell in your relationship with your horse that it's not quite as good as it could be. So what we do that in several ways. We help you, we help your horse, and we help the partnership between you and your horse. My husband Kevin also does the kind of work that I do. My background is as a physical therapist. His background is as a massage therapist, but we both worked at a world-renowned facility in Palm Beach with the developer of craniosacral therapy. So that's generally what people are seeking us out for, but we've both studied a gazillion modalities, and we integrate holistic, hands-on approach. And Kevin's actually developed an offshoot of that program here locally for anybody that's here around the corner on Pumpkin Road, the CARE Foundation for Animals. It's an animal sanctuary where they rescue big cats, and there's bears, and mountain lions, a few tigers, lots of odds and ends of goats and sheep and all kinds of little guys. But he works primarily with the predatory animals and you to have an experience where you're learning about some of your subtle energy patterns, using the animals as mirrors, because they're predatory animals. They tell you when your environment is different, and they react. So we have some exercises that we go through with you, and it's very therapeutic and very healing and very educational to help you be more present in the moment. But back to how we help you with aches and pains and whatever's going on, so that you can clear your physical stuff and get you better back into balance with your alignment physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and therefore you're going to be more comfortable. Your horse is going to be more comfortable. You're all going to have a better ride, and you're going to have a better relationship between you guys. And as Laurie was saying, Gretchen works with the horses, and we can also do that and help. As she was saying, you can tell what's going on. And we were in Colorado one time, we were going to go for a trail ride, and as they were getting ready, there was another horse that wasn't feeling well, and we worked for 15-20 minutes just doing some really gentle hands-on, and the horse took a drink, ran off, came back, had some food, and it hadn't eaten in 3 days before that. So it was, it really took very little to help balance the nervous system, get him back up to where he was feeling good and could, get his body's natural healing ability kicked in a little bit. Sometimes it's just like having a kinked toes. You have to find out where the kink is and really gently and respectfully help them to unkink their hoses and get them feeling better. So in that, we help you also look at subtle subconscious patterns of stress that you might be holding. Sometimes it's very obvious when you're in pain, and sometimes it's not very obvious as to why you're in pain. 90% of what we do is subconscious, whether it's a physical reaction or a mental reaction. And so we can help you really identify areas where you're not where you want to be in life, and help to bridge the gap. So as a rider, or as just a general human, we can help you kind of work with that and heal some things and move forward in life in a really easy, fun, non-invasive way. So we work a variety of options. I have a clinic right in Altamont Springs here, which isn't too far from here. I live in Apopke around the corner. We do one-on-one clinic sessions with humans. We can, depending on where you're going, and we can get, Gretchen can be in charge of the horse stuff, but if you ever need some hands, we can help with that too. And we also do some work at the Care Foundation, which I was mentioning, with the experiential grounding, we call it, activities. But we're also available to do workshops in small groups and do training, whether it's for family members and relationships there, or individually doing intensive training, or coming and working with the group of you, staff, horse, whatever, in different formats, whether it's a day or a few hours, or an ongoing kind of transformational healing program.